I bought a new notebook. I don't have like pages and pages of notes everywhere.
That's good.
Proud of myself.
I know. I kind of do. I have a couple notebooks started. I'm trying to get a little bit better at that. Yeah, and some loose leaf stuff here and there. This is
Yeah, I do.
so. Well, we'll go ahead and we'll get started. Pretty much, I think all of you guys on here know me, but for those of you that don't, my name's Nan. I've been coaching for about 19 months now, and really just wanted to kind of hop on here and talk to you guys about some updates, and share my vision with you guys. When I started coaching, I honestly started for the discount. My husband bought the program, P90X3. He started doing it, and I started doing T25. We drank the Shakeology for about a month. We ended up that we stopped drinking it and then realized how much we needed it and how much we really missed it. So we ended up joining as for a discount. And then once I finished T25, as some of you guys have also done, finishing the program, I really realized that this was it. Like, I really just fell in love with Beachbody and all that it had to offer. So I signed up to be a coach, and then really just from there, I've kind of just done everything, the Power Hour, and just putting in my time and just really trying to hit Success Club every single month. And I haven't hit it every single month. But, and that's really how I've gotten started. So really it started just with wanting to pay off my Shakeology, and then it's gone from even more. And now it's paying for my day off that I take from work. And hopefully my goal is, to hopefully, and I know it will, to allow me to get off another day or two of work, and supplement my income even more. So that's kind of where I am right now. And only in such a short amount of time, I can't even believe that it's really been that short of amount of time. I told you guys I actually have been coaching for 18 months. I haven't been coaching for that long. I started Beachbody that long ago. So yeah, I didn't start coaching until August, so whatever that is. Yeah, so that's a little bit about me. So I just thought it would be fun to kind of go around and to see what everyone's vision is, and introduce yourself if you guys haven't met. I think most of us have, and where you see yourself in 30 days from now. Christy, do you want to start?
Sure.
Okay.
So yes, I met all of you guys, but my name's Christy. I've been a coach for, I think, like exactly a year. I know my sign-up date was right around this time. So, and when I signed up, I was actually just because I wanted max 30. And Nan and I talked, and she was like, well, why don't you just sign up to be a coach? I'm like, oh, all right. And I really didn't think much of it. I was just going to do the shakes for a month and then cancel it. And then that turned into, well, maybe I'll do it, every other month. And then it was, all right, well, I really like these. I really feel like they're making a difference. So let me see if I can make this work. And then my goal was to, all right, well, let me get my shakes paid for. And then I was just seeing really like what this business can do, and really the other thing was like the lives that I've been changing, I guess I can say, like just helping with like these people, and it was pretty cool. So I was like, all right, let's see where this can take me. So then went to my first Super Saturday in I think March, and that was like really cool. And I think that was like right when I hit Emerald, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is really cool. The biggest thing was when I went to Summit. When I went to Summit, I was like, all right, like I want to make this a living, because in about less than 2 years, my kids are going to be both in school full time, and that's when I was planning on going back to work full time. And now my vision, I know this isn't 30 days, but this is like in 2 years that I can make like a full-time income with this business. And for the next 30 days, my goal is to really hit diamond. I'm so close. Every week I'm so close. And then, but yes, that's, and SC5, of course, and just the people that I've been forming November and December, I feel like I'm really building relationships. So in January, I'm hoping, hoping for the best. So yeah, so that's my vision.
Rebecca, do you want to go next? I think you're muted.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just ordered hammer and chisel, so I'm super excited because I really tried to like PiYo, guys, and yeah, I mean, it was good. I just think it's like a few day a week, maybe like 2 day a week thing for me. I can't do it every day. But so the next 30 days, I would really like to, I really like to be diamond, but I'm thinking, ruby would be nice first. But I'm hoping, I haven't checked my husband's back office, but as long as my friend confirmed, I got my husband to emerald. So I'm excited about that. And I really want to really stick with the hammer and chisel. Like I want to not sit here and eat peanut butter with chocolate chips. So that's my goal, to to not eat peanut butter with chocolate chips all day long. And get real results. And I'm excited because I've never truly done a program from start to finish with no, exceptions. So I know hammer and chisel is more than 30 days, but I'm just saying, if I can do it for 30 days, that's great. So that's mine. Oh, and to actually get maybe 1 SC point this month, since I've put all of my eggs in my husband's basket. I'm striking a big fat 0 right now. So,
and that's okay. Those are still, relationships that you're forming, and that's what, I know it's under his name, and
right.
But those are all relationships.
Hey, how do I get my keyboard to work on my thing? Some button got pushed on my Surface, and I can't get it to work. It's in my
That's Heather
mode or something. How do I get my keyboard?
But I guess I also could have said that my name is Rebecca. I never even introduced myself. And I became a coach back, I think March 1st or April 1st, but I didn't do anything as a coach until October 1st. And I don't know what flipped the switch on October 1st for me, but I was like, hey, let's do this. And then
I don't know. Call my mom. I'm on a flipping phone call.
And I went to Super Saturday in October, and yeah, lit a fire, I guess.
Okay. Katie, where'd you go? There you are.
Is Katie here? I don't see Katie.
Yeah, people are coming in and out. I didn't even know Heather was on. Yeah.
You okay, Nan?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Okay. There you are, Katie. It says your bandwidth is low. Are you active?
My computer's is it can't read the internet that's 20 feet away. I have no idea.
Okay, Stacy, do you want to try and go?
Hey, sure. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm Stacy. I've been a coach for 3 seconds, so maybe since October-ish. I started Beachbody programs, well, I kind of creeped on Nan via Facebook. We knew each other from band. That's kind of how I got started into things because I had a career change. I became a full-time stay-at-home mom, and I realized as much as I love staying home with my little guys that it was kind of isolating and I was losing me. And I had always enjoyed being active. So I started running over the summer because I hadn't really got my running legs back after the twin pregnancy, and just kind of started in slowly but surely. And I wasn't really proud of what I saw in the mirror. Like everyone told me, like, you know, oh, why do you need to watch your weight? That kind of stuff.
Can you look it up on
But I was the one that got to see me in the mirror. So like I said, I started running, and it wasn't really having the effects that I wanted it to, and I wanted something more. So I reached out to Nan and said, you know, hey, this is what I'm doing in a direction. I'd like to try something new. And I started with PiYo, which I loved. And Nan pointed me in the direction of 28 Day Fix and hooked me up with some challenge groups, and it was off to the races. I'm addicted to pushing play. I love what I feel on Shakeology. I love the basics. I'm a reader nerd now, and my personal development is just something I look forward to during the day. As far as the coaching is concerned, I think of it kind of a teacher background. I've always been I proclaim to my students too that you should lead by example. So if I'm going to get up every day, whether it's during nap time or whatever, and I'm going to push play and I'm going to bust my ass for whomever, if I can help encourage others to do that as well. My problems right now is I'm an incredible introvert, and I don't reach out well. So I'm trying to sprinkle the best that I possibly can. I have to admit, social media for me up until this point in time has been more of a reading activity versus a posting activity. So I haven't really reached out a lot. So I'm kind of formulating and even thinking about dare me, putting a sports bra pic live on my feed within the next couple days to get myself out there and break through this crazy shell that I'm trying to in my poor body image self of being 12 years old or however the case may be. So that's kind of where I am as a coach and I'm just looking to push forward so that I can do something to help others. So that's it.
All right, Katie, you're back on?
Am I there?
Yes.
Yay. We have a brand new computer that doesn't work. I have no idea what's wrong with it. I am Katie. I think I started, my first challenge was in May, right?
You're hurting me.
And Nan finally convinced me to be a coach by September. It took a while. I'm with Stacy. I love PiYo. I have really loved this challenge group. I've had crazy, amazing results so far. Or the test group rather, but I miss PiYo and I miss rest days very much. So I'm looking forward to stepping back a little bit and taking a break from the test group. I don't know, my 30-day goals, I mean, I really wanted to sign up 2 more coaches by the end of the year. I have people that are interested soon. I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. But yeah, I mean, I think my twins will go
shuts my computer
year, and then the year after that kindergarten, and then the year after that.
I didn't know how to update it.
I would like it to be.
I get notifications on my phone that says I need updates.
I would like this to sort of replace me not having to go back teaching by the time my kids are all in school full time. I have some time. I don't need it to be right now because I wasn't planning on really working until they went back to school anyway. So that's where I'm at.
That's the patch pair. The one he just wore didn't have a patch.
We're looking at you.
Can you hear me talking?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm having issues. And it said that my so sorry that you got to hear all that. My keyboard wasn't working. It wouldn't let me type, and I'm like, fix this. So I'm on my phone, so I apologize. I don't know anything that I'm doing right now.
Do
Did you
want
guys hear
to-
everything did you hear everything I said? Nan?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't think you could hear me because it said muted. Sorry.
That's okay. It was. We were just laughing.
So really, you were laughing at me, like talking over everyone. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. Do you want to tell us a little bit about who you are, where you started, and like kind of your vision in the next 30 to 60 days?
Well, ironically enough, I was first introduced to Beachbody products, I guess about 6 years ago. My friend told me that her sister was doing P90X, and I thought it was a pill. Well, I don't do diet pills. She's like, Heather, it's a workout program. I'm like, oh. So I kind of started there and did P90X and had I couldn't believe the results. And so I just kind of kept doing that program. And after 3 kids and doing an hour and 15-minute workout program, like almost every day for 3 months was not feasible. So at the beginning of this year, I tried doing T25 and was able to drop a pant size, which was fantastic. My husband's thinking he's hilarious right now. He can go away. He's making fun of me. Anyway, so I had fantastic results. Nan had invited me to a challenge, and I saw the benefits of what the challenge group could do for me. And she talked me into trying out coaching, and I talked my husband into allowing me to try it, and it's been a lot of fun. I really enjoy connecting with people, and I would like to get some more coaches signed up. I've had several people that said they're interested. It's just trying to get them to take that leap and commit. I have several people that would be fantastic. It's just a matter of, they're working on themselves. They don't know if it would be a right fit. They don't understand how it works. So I'm just kind of dealing with that. My cousin was a coach. She recently just canceled. So I'm trying to deal with that right now. And I would like to add a couple more, but I don't know if I highly doubt that's going to happen before the end of the year. But I've been talking to several people about our upcoming challenge group, and I already have one lady that signed up, and there's several more that are interested in possibly joining our December 28th group. So I'm just taking one day at a time and seeing where it goes. And I'm sure you saw my post today on our group page. I had to take a step back because I'm doing all the vital behaviors, but posting in 2 different groups about this is what I'm doing, it's taking time away from me actually doing it. So I just had to take a step back so I could focus on progressing as opposed to checking in, because I am doing it. It was just too much. And then I was just putting like really short, blunt things on there. I'm like, okay, I don't know if this is doing anything for anyone. So I decided to go ahead and take a step back and just concentrate on building those relationships and trying to grow the business and doing my daily posts and getting my workouts in and stuff like that. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
And I definitely think that that's always definitely, anytime you're struggling, I know like all of us this week have been struggling in one way or another. And it's that time of year, but anytime I struggle, I always go back to the basics, the 3 vital behaviors, and focusing on myself and like where I am with my workouts and my why, and back to my family, and really just, unplugging when I can. And then, just that's the most important thing. And I found that when I do that, that's when everything kind of turns itself back around. So it really does affect when you, like, if you don't, like you're saying, Heather, like if you're putting too much time into the business, and that's not what we're here for. And that's what we got to remember, that we do need to unplug, and we do need to keep our balance and our boundaries. And so I don't know if you guys have looked at, I posted a couple weeks ago, and I know Katie asked again for it the other night, the webinar on the buckets, and then the actual picture that you can print off and do your buckets. And then Christy did like a short little video too. It was like 10 minutes or something. The next day I posted that. So if you guys haven't done any of that, that's a really good way, especially, you know, the new year, it's a really good way to kind of start getting that balance and where to, you know, put those rocks in the pebbles and really how to keep your buckets full. So that's something that I am continuously working on, but I definitely, it's a good one to listen to keep your priorities straight and help you, along with using the planner pad. So if any of you guys don't have anything yet that, you know, the new year's coming, I definitely recommend getting the planner pad. I know a lot of, that's what Summer uses, Christy uses it. A lot of coaches use that. I know, Heather, you have, you like to use the computer document, which is fine. So everyone has their own thing, but that's definitely, it has got lots of room to write and do follow-ups, as well as like timing and scheduling everything out. So definitely, if you guys have any more questions on that, let me know. And then the January Super Saturday is January 9th in Dublin. It's just announced. It's from 1 to 4, and it sounds like that Summer's going to have dinner at 101 Beer Kitchen afterwards. So those of you guys that are going to are in the Columbus area, I know a few of us are planning to make the drive to Toledo to see Stacy and Lauren. So I don't know if tickets are still available for that, but it's in, I think it's actually in Maumee, isn't it? Is that right?
Yeah, it's super easy to get to.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
not hard at all.
Yeah.
You
So
can see it from the highway, actually, the building that you're going. So.
oh, that's good. So both of those are going to be really good Super Saturdays if you can get to them. And then, you know, we have other coaches, other parts of, you know, all over the country. So we definitely can find people a place if you guys are looking for one. Carrie gets to go to the best one. See Carl, but that's okay. Next year, right? Maybe he'll come to Columbus sometime, right? So the other thing is we sent out invites to the Hammer and Chisel test group. So I posted it in the group. It's going to start the 28th. And so if anyone's interested, let me know, and I'll get you guys plugged into the group. If you guys have any questions on that, let me know.
Can you add me to that? I never responded because I didn't, you know, decided until about an hour ago.
Yeah, we can get you added to that. And then husbands too are in. I added Jason.
Yep, and he's game.
Okay. I was going to tell you that. And then Rebecca, I don't know if your husband will want to go in there. Anyone's husbands are definitely welcome. So
Okay.
who knows what they'll do in there, but we'll see.
Where is this at?
The Hammer and Chisel test group, coach test group. Okay. And then let's talk a little bit about social media. So what I have found is that, you know, I was kind of like all of you in the beginning. I was afraid to post anything on social media. I think my biggest fear was always like, obviously was like, what is somebody going to think about this? Like, I'm putting myself out there, and that's a huge fear because we all worry about that. But definitely the more that I did it, the easier that it became. And there's still times that I struggle with it. And I'm by no means perfect, but it's fun. And, you know, I enjoy doing it. So, I should have turned my like beeping. But so anyways, the first thing, and I know that some of you may have listened to National Wake Up Call, was on social media. We also did the Vitals webinar on social media, but the first thing that's really important to do is to change your Facebook profile picture to make sure it's a beautiful smiling picture of just you. That was one of the first things that I did. I know, you know, I always had my family, my girls, kids in the picture, but what's really important is we need to remember that this is your storefront. So when we're messaging people and people that as you start to grow your friend list, these people aren't going to know you. They're going to know you by this little box, and that's it. So we really want it to be this picture of just you. And, you know, like take it this weekend at Christmas or whatever, you know, or it doesn't have to even be, but don't, you know, try not to put like Beachbody in it or whatever. And then the other thing that I learned too is consistency. So my kind of guidelines that when I started, because I was like, how am I going to do this? Like, I don't want to do it. But what I realized is social media really is the glue to this business. And so as hard as it is to put yourself out there, I tried to make it a goal that I was going to post one time a day for like 1 to 2 weeks, because I didn't want to start posting like 3 times a day and just be puking and like all over my, like somebody would be like, what is going on? Like, she never posted and now she's posting. So, and then you want to kind of pick your 5 pillars of who makes you you. So for me, it's like, you know, recipes and cooking, my husband, like marriage, my girls, working out, just like mom tips and, you know, being a working mom, anything that I can do that makes me me. And you really just want to try and like tell your story. So at first, like I did a lot of, I would pull quotes and stuff from, you know, Pinterest or whatever, or I'd maybe pull a Pinterest recipe and post it. And then I learned that it was like kind of really discouraged to do that. So I tried to, you know, I'd find a recipe and I would recreate it and then I'd post my own picture, you know. Sometimes, I mean, you can't obviously do that, you know. Things such as I would, anytime I do a quote from Pinterest, I always make sure that I put a few words with it and not just put a quote on there. Because you want it, like if somebody just sees a quote, they're like, oh, what, who cares? It's a quote, you know, it's a motivational quote. But if you tell a little bit of what it means to you or why, you know, why that's important to you today, you know, some people will respond to that a little bit more. And then again, it's telling your story. So one of the other things too is, when you're thinking of your 5 pillars, you want to think of, you know, what makes you you. But you also want to think about like who you want to attract, what kind of audience you want to attract. So doing this, you want to, again, make sure you have like clear pictures that are focused and they're not like blurry. When you post a picture, you know, there's so many tools that you can edit pictures in. There's the ones that I use are Photofy, PicCollage, Studio, PicStitch, Canva, and then PicMonkey. Those are the ones that I use a lot on my phone. But what I'll do is I'll run it through, like, you know, I feel like I think it's Photofy or PicCollage has a really good like basic you know, kind of, I forget what they even call it, but it'll do like a real good like facial, or it does like food and just kind of takes the color and makes it look a little bit prettier. And then I'll pull it into maybe like to Vision and to Studio, and I'll find a quote and I'll search for something in Studio, like I don't know, like maybe I'm searching if it's food, I might put like broccoli or whatever, I don't know. And then I'll kind of like what I'll do is I'll try it and like put a spin on it, and then I'll, you know, kind of make it exciting. And sometimes I'll post the recipe, or sometimes I might just put something with it. But the key is you kind of want to always be for providing people with free tips and tools, because that's what they're going to be attracted to. And instead of, you know, just always, you know, putting out there the same types of things. So you want to provide things. One thing that I did, which like took off, was I had new running headphones that I posted, and like I still have people, they're like, I wanted to get those for Christmas. Was that you that did that? I mean, like, you never know. So something that you think that, you know, that you really excel in, like it might be the simplest thing, but for somebody else, it might be the most difficult thing. So share that with people and put a fun spin on it and make it like you're talking to your best friend, or make it interactive, like ask a question at the end of it, you know. Like, you know, if you're baking cookies, you can, you know, make it fun and then just put, what's your favorite Christmas cookie? And, you know, the big thing is you really want to try and get people to be commenting on your post, because then you're building a relationship on that. And then you can start to kind of follow up with those people, on private message them, you know, on the side. Another thing that I've found too is I'll post like really random things. Like I posted like which way to put the right way of a toilet paper roll. So just random stuff that means like nothing. but it's a good thing because like you'll get tons of responses to people. And then what happens is the more that these people respond or they're on your page, they're gonna see your next post. So if you do like a huge post like that and you post like maybe the next day a transformation picture or that later that night, all those people that commented, they're gonna see that versus like if you maybe had like a few people and then a few people and then you posted a transformation, like I mean, there still will be people seeing it, but you really want to get that Facebook affinity. And then it's that jab, jab, right hook is what you're looking for. So those little sprinkles throughout the week and then hook them with that right hook. And there's a big social media book on that. I haven't read it yet, but I've heard wonderful things about it. So I do recommend it. So that's just another thing. Another thing is I try not to ever post a picture without posting like a quote over it, because I think that's super eye-catching and people always love that, especially like with a workout. And I know a lot of you guys do a really good job with that too. And then another thing that I realized I was doing was I actually had Christy, my upline, take a look at my page and kind of like review it and see how I can improve my page. And one thing is I was doing a lot of pictures of things like food, my family and everything, but I wasn't really putting like my face on it. And that was because it was a huge fear of mine. I was like, I don't like selfies. I hate them. Like, and you know, I don't mind doing it in the challenge groups, but for me to like take a selfie picture, it was difficult. So I've started to do that a lot more to try and put like my face around something somehow, because that's how people are going to relate to you, because they're buying you. That's who they're buying. They're not buying, you know, anyone else. So that's really important that you always keep not all the time, but, you know, just something to think about. Another thing is there's certain times that are really important to post, especially large, like, you know, group invites, transformation invites. I find in the morning from like 6 to 9 is a really good time to post. And then 2 to 4 is a good time for like stay-at-home moms, like nap times. That's a good time. And then from like 7 p.m. on to like 7 to 9 or 7 to 10 is a good time. Sunday nights seem to be a huge, everyone seems to be on from 7 on Sunday night. So those are always a really good time to post a great invite or transformation or anything. What's up, Katie?
As far as that, like I sent you that picture today. I was going to wait till Sunday night because I feel like that's the best time to catch people. Thoughts?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. And know too that the Facebook affinity thing comes, like, basically what it means is if you post something, say you post it at like 10 o'clock and like it goes, I don't know how long it goes, but and nobody likes it, like Facebook's basically being like, nobody cares, and it doesn't show up on anybody's news feed. So if you ever wonder why you don't see people's things on their news feeds, but you see their page and then you're like, oh, they posted all this, I didn't even know that. Well, if you don't like their pictures or comment on their pictures and they're not seeing your pictures, you're not going to see their stuff. So that's why you really want to get that interaction with people, because they're not going to see your transformation. They're not going to see this. But if you do those, like, you know, asking questions in your post and you're going to their pages and stuff, you're going to get that and they will see your next post. And then the other thing that's important too is don't comment right away back to people.
I'm guilty of that.
Yeah, so definitely like post something, and if people start commenting, like I always wait till kind of like the next prime time and I'll comment, or the next morning. Or if I know Kelly had a picture yesterday, so I went on there just a couple hours ago and I commented on her. So like it's always good to kind of, you know, to like and comment, but then kind of boost people's pictures back into the news feed, because when you like it or comment, it'll do that.
What are your thoughts on making, maybe just for a couple of days, making a transformation picture, a profile picture? Because I feel like when you change your profile picture, it shows more people than just when it's a regular post.
You could do that.
There are people who like my profile pictures who never, ever, ever, ever do anything else on my Facebook page. So I feel like the profile pictures, like, they show everybody.
Yeah.
I thought I was thinking about that just for a couple of days. I mean, I don't want it to be there forever, but is that okay? What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Why not? You know, you don't know until you try. So definitely. So
okay.
Yeah, I would go for it. And then the other thing too is your cover photo. If you guys, make that like who you are. Like, I have like a workout picture and then your family or whatever, but when you first friend somebody, they're going to go to your page and that's what they're going to see, but make it who you are, what's important to you. So when somebody can easily, in the first few minutes, they go to your page, they see your cover photo, they see your profile picture, and then they're going to scroll through maybe 3 to 5 of your posts, and they're going to be able to tell like what's important to you, nutrition, working out, health, your mom, or whatever that is. So the other thing that I always try and do is every week, I usually try and post like a coach invite, or I try and post, I always put a transformation picture every single week, or I'm inviting to like the next challenge group. So whether that's like my own, transformation, somebody from our team, or just like, I posted one, wasn't a transformation, but I posted a challenge group invite tonight. So that's always important. You always want to have something that you're inviting to, no matter what it is. So, I think those are just a few of the basic things that I've always used that have been super helpful to me. And then I always am trying to be very mindful that I put something on there every single day. Usually I do 2 times a day. Sometimes if, life gets busy or I can't think of anything, I don't want to just necessarily post something to post, because you really want to add value when you post something. So that's a really good thing to remember. Be adding value and act like you're talking to your best friend, to make it a little bit easier. Did anybody we have a couple minutes left. Does anybody have any questions on that? Does that help a little bit?
Yep. I try to follow those same rules.
And at first, like what I did was I rotated like recipes, and then, I tried not to do too many pictures of me working out. But now what I've realized is like, you'll learn of what people like of you. Like, you'll learn like, okay, is it my kids that people are really interacting with, or is it my workouts that they're liking, or is it, are they following me for my nutrition and my recipes? Like, you'll learn these different things, and that's really a good thing, because then you can kind of give more of that. So I've learned that people kind of do like when I post, more motivation workout stuff. So I've been posting a little bit more of that and trying to get better about just telling my story and my struggles too. Think of it as like a soap opera or like a TV show when you're posting. Really share that stuff. But, obviously we don't want to get negative either. So always put a good spin on it, like of a lesson that you learned, or a way that you turned a moment around and you made it positive, So,
like my post today.
I don't know if I saw it, Rebecca. I'll have to look.
It was about my peanut butter and chocolate chip problem.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I find it.
I got quite a few comments from people.
Because they're relating to you.
Yeah, the one about